Hi, my name is Karen Young and welcome back to the Community Lounge when we're in Berlin for TechEd EMEA 2009. And I've got a very seasoned traveller and someone who's been at lots of conferences and I know is going to be in some conferences in the future, all the way from South Africa. So tell everybody who you are and what MVP expertise you've been awarded in.
Hi everybody, my name is Zlatan Dzinic. I come from Cape Town, South Africa, and I'm an MVP for SharePoint. I've been an MVP for SharePoint for 2 years. It's my third year now, and yeah, that's about it. What's next?
So one of the things for us, he's very excited to be here, and who wouldn't be with all the wall and everything that's going on in Berlin? So what are you doing here at TechEd?
Oh yes, well I come here as a presenter. I'll be presenting building powerful business intelligence applications on a SharePoint 2010 platform. As you know, there's been a recent release of SharePoint 2010 information, and we are waiting for the beta to come out. And so I've been invited to speak here in Berlin, and I've had already a couple of TLCs, couple of interviews. I'm looking forward to more action during the week, and I've already had the session which I co-presented with Joel Ellison and Todd Clint, where I was showing some database mirroring with SharePoint 2010.
Great. So, so you've done some speaking stuff. You're going to do some speaking stuff.
That's right.
So, what kind of things do you do in the community? What have you done recently in South Africa and in Cape Town?
In South Africa, basically, I'm one of the founders of the first SharePoint information worker community and a lead for its information worker.co.za. If you go there, you can see what we do and who we are, when our events. All of the whole of South Africa community, SharePoint community, and information worker community aggregates all the blogs on that site, so you can check out what we write about, and you can see basically all the leads there and everything. Also, I've recently started SharePoint Saturday Cape Town, and we've had 2 very successful events so far, and we've had record attendance even for any other dev or IT pro event. We managed to fill up the Microsoft Cape Town venue where people were even almost standing and all this sort of stuff. So we're looking forward to the next event, which is going to be in January. And we have recently expanded our leads for the Cape Town chapter. My congratulations go out to Daniel van Wyk and Hilton Gizino, who's C# MVP as well.
And I know you said that you were doing some other conferences soon?
Yes, of course. I will be presenting at a SharePoint conference in Slovenia, as well as pre-conference workshop, SharePoint Days in Slovenia. I will also be presenting at Microsoft Gulf Developer Conference in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia later in December. Also, you'll be able to see me in April at the SharePoint Evolution Conference in London. I'll be also presenting business intelligence for SharePoint, and later in April I will be presenting at Tech 2010 in Los Angeles, US.
So you're doing a lot of stuff. There's a lot of excitement going on and a lot of community buzz around SharePoint. So
definitely. Yeah.
So one of the questions that we get asked by a lot of different people is like, what got certain people interested in IT? So what got yourself into this environment?
There is a weird question. I mean, I think throughout, while I was growing up and everything, I never took IT as something serious. It was always more of a hobby, and it came with playing games and with Spectrum, ZX Spectrum, if some of you remember, and Commodore 64 and Amiga.
I had a mushy keys ZX Spectrum.
Oh yes, I loved that. It was nice and soft, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. And then you would have those tape drives. Those tape decks that actually, you would load, you would have a program on a tape, and then you had to adjust the head for the lines to get nice and thin and one below another in order to make sure that the program is loading properly. That was basic, yeah, as far as I remember. And yeah, so through Amiga 500, 500 Plus to Atari onwards. And the time came, you know, you finish your high school, you start university, and you're thinking, you know, what am I going to be? Totally not expecting to ever go into IT, thinking that this is not something that you do for a living, because I'm just doing it all the time. I'm doing it 24/7. It's part of, you know, my free time and what I do. You know, if someone would call it geek time, you know, and then it dawned on you, you know, it just came to me at one point. Listen, people can pay you to do this. So
you're doing something that you love. Brilliant.
Exactly. So and that's how I got into IT. And then it started off with some freelancing, with some contracting, and then it went on working for corporates and large tenders, working as a project manager and as a technical lead. And just took off from there. Now I'm sort of in a position of managing a SharePoint division for my company, SMC. I don't have my tag anymore. SMC Enterprise. It's called SharePoint Consult. That's the name of my division, and I'm a chief architect and a manager. And I've just started recently. So good luck to all. Somebody warned the staff.
So really, you know, as a passion, as a youngster, took as a hobby, then suddenly dawned on you, this is actually something I can get paid for, and I like it. So that's a great way of sort of like falling into a natural place that you really enjoy, which is IT. So what specifically do you love about IT?
Where do I start?
It's a big love affair.
So basically, yeah, I mean, there's, well, that's a good question. I mean, there's so many things. It's the fact that it's evolving so quickly, and that you can have sort of infinite capacity to absorb all of it, and it's just amazing. It is the most dynamic profession in the world. There's absolutely nothing. I mean, there was a fact that that universities pushed out, I think, for computer science and for information systems programs, when they stated that the program does not remain the same year after year. It actually changes. It is so dynamic. The technology changes so quickly. You need to keep up with it. You need to stay on with it, and that brings on excitement. That brings on, you know, that keeps you forever interested. You're just never sitting down.
Because there's always potential to do different things with that evolving software.
Exactly, it's all that stuff that, you know, that we dreamt about when we were little. You know, it's all you know, everything from robotics onto automating enterprises and developing, you know, developing large systems and doing large deployments and figuring out how to get them to work, best practices, what went wrong. It's just never ends.
And of course, it can be used in so many different types of position within the job sphere as well. So, because everybody uses IT. It's, you know, everybody has a mobile phone, everybody has a television, everybody listens to music. So it's not just like work. In the office, it's, you know, it's in our natural daily lives. You know, everybody uses it. Everybody searches and wants information, and you do that via IT. So, yeah, absolutely, incredibly dynamic, as you were saying. Well, thank you so much for spending some time with us and talking with us and telling us all some of the great things that are going on in Cape Town and in South Africa. I hope you have a great time telling everybody about SharePoint, and enjoy TechEd 2009.